We're Nicki and Carlo and we live in Positano, Italy, except we also just bought a house in Tuscany, which we're currently renovating, so we live there too. Join us as we turn this house and olive grove into a dream home and get to grips with living in two different parts of Italy. Mid-September in Positano. Golden days, cooler evenings, warm sea, and a sense that the hardest and hottest part of summer is over. Carlo's eldest brother Stick celebrates his birthday in mid-September and invited us for lunch at Laurito Beach. If you've booked ahead, you can get a free shuttle boat over to the beach. We stood on the dock and waited a while, but we must have just missed the boat. Luckily, Elizabeth was heading in the same direction as us, so she gave us a lift. It's about a 10-minute ride, so we had time to catch up and make some plans before we pulled into the small bay of Laurito.
Buongiorno caro, come stai?
Tutto a posto.
Eccoci qua. Ehi Sicco!
Grazie! Da Adolfo is a small beach restaurant that has become extremely popular in the last few years. It ends up on most travellers' bucket lists and is always busy. When I first came to live in Positano back in 1999, this is where I and many locals would spend our day off. I would buy a British newspaper, then grab a small table and sit and read all day long, interspersed with dips to the sea and chats with the regulars. I would slowly sip a tiny ceramic jug of white wine crammed full of fresh chopped peaches. I would eat mozzarella grilled on lemon leaves, spaghetti with local pink squid and zucchini, and sit on the shoreline digging my feet into the sand where the icy cold spring trickles into the sea. Second swim of the year.
Sì, che bello.
La prima ho fatto con Sky, the first swim I had with Sky back in June, and this is my second swim. It's lovely. It's not too cold, it's not too warm.
It's perfect.
It's nice and floaty. It's not too flat. Nice and bouncy.
Ok, facciamo la nuotata?
Sì, dove andiamo?
Come on. Andiamo di là.
Questa mamma piccola, no,
A me mi fanno pure quando
At 1 o'clock, nearly everyone leaves the beach and heads to the restaurant. It's noisy, it's hectic, there's shouting and jostling, but the food is always wonderful. Martina, Stick's daughter, and our niece joined us for lunch too. We ordered tuna carpaccio, fresh shellfish with crusty bread to dip in the sauce, the famous grilled mozzarella on lemon leaves, which infuses the delicate lemon essence into the cheese, grilled anchovies, spaghetti with clams, spaghetti with sweet pepper pesto, fresh fish, and a huge slice of tiramisu for dessert.
This is the best part. E questo amore?
Good morning. You still have seaweed on the back of your leg from yesterday at the beach.
Really?
Yeah. Lift your leg.
Oh.
It's full of seaweed.
You're right. I'm sleeping with a piece of ocean in my bed.
Oh, great.
So, Michele gave a massage today. It's a day for pick up the grapes.
The vendemmia, grape
Sì,
harvest.
Facciamo la vendemmia.
Okay, perfect. What time is he starting? I bet he's already doing it
I
now.
don't know. I don't reply to him.
Okay. Yay, let's go harvest grapes.
Okay.
We're going to need probably gloves. I'm going to take that. And gloves for Carlo. You taking the vacuum cleaner?
No. Questo lo devo portare di là, che si deve pulire di là.
Yeah. Here's Ethan bringing up some of the grapes already. Donna.
Ma guardami là, li tengo prima.
There's two types of grapes, red grapes and white grapes. We all know that, right? Yep. So they don't get harvested at the same time. The red grapes are going to be harvested later on. So today we're just going to be harvesting some white grapes. And it sounds like they've actually done most of the harvesting, but there's still some grapes left. So we're going to go down to the pezzi bassi, which means the lower pieces. It's part of Michele's property. It's the most picturesque part of the property. It's the bit that's literally hanging over Positano, and you've got the most fantastic view of the town. I was really hoping that's where we were going to be harvesting, because I know he's got grapes all around and there's quite a lot up by the house as well. So we're going to be down in the pezzi bassi harvesting. Carla's just dashed home to get the drone because it's the best place for a drone shot. So we're going to go down there and see what there's left to pick, and then we'll go up to the house and see if there's anything to pick up in that direction. And it looks like Michele is going to be crushing the grapes this evening, which clashes with our sunset boat ride with Elizabeth. And she's doing at the end of every season, she does a last boat ride sunset to the Galley Islands out there. And we're going to do that today, just so that I know it's not the end of the season yet. We've got at least another month, but you never know what the weather's going to be like. So we're going to do it today because we're all here. So I don't know whether we're going to get to see Michele crushing the grapes, but I've definitely shown it before more than once. So what I'll do is I'll link a video of the actual whole process of the grape harvest that we filmed a few years ago with Antonello up in Montepettuso. So if you're interested and you haven't seen it, you can watch that. Are you so funny? Are you so funny?
Saw you paint a picture of a face, a face that wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you stayed the same. But if you did, I'd still love you anyway. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. Had this conversation more than 10 times. After 9, I still wish you were mine. Haven't ate in 7 days, 'cause I've been up till 6 a.m. Wrote 5 songs songs all just for you. 3 of them I can't bear listening to. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would,
Hello, you two.
even though you wouldn't do
You're such funny doggies, hey, Sheila. Hey. This is Indy's mummy. This is Indy's brother. Aren't you? You're a pickle, you are.
I'd do anything you want me to, 'cause I love you.
So sweet.
Okay, I'm making lunch now. I am just doing pasta. We haven't had pasta for weeks. Weeks! So I'm letting Carla have some pasta today, and I'm doing it with just like it's a fresh pasta because summer recipes. I've got 1 buffalo mozzarella left. So I've chopped that up with some big salad tomatoes, some rocket, a little bit of olive, and I'm going to mix that in, and a little bit of parmesan as well. And it's boiling, so I can throw the pasta in. Timer on for 9 minutes, and I wanted to tell you about this little book that has come into my possession. Non ho messo l'olio perché l'olio.
Grazie amore, davvero buona.
Sì?
Sì.
Right, I've got something fun to show you. Somebody gave me this book the other day. It's called Amalfi Coast in Your Pocket. And I haven't read it all, but I have to talk about this. I have to warn people about this because I don't know who this author is, but it's either not a real person or it's somebody who's possibly never even been to the Amalfi Coast, but it's definitely somebody who's not like really experienced with the Amalfi Coast, doesn't know what he's talking about. Because there's a few things in this that are so badly wrong, it makes me think that this book has actually just been compiled by ChatGPT and the author has possibly never even been here, because there's things in this book. Okay, listen to this. The market of Positano, Mercato di Positano.
Market.
The market of Positano is a vibrant, open-air market located in the heart of Positano on the Amalfi Coast. It's held every Wednesday and features a wide variety of products like fresh produce, fish, meat, cheeses, and specialty items such as limoncello and handmade pasta. The market is a popular destination for locals and tourists, offering a lively atmosphere and a chance to sample and purchase some of the most delicious and unique products. Vendors are friendly and knowledgeable, and many are happy to share their recipes and cooking tips with visitors.
It's so well right, but it's bullshit.
There's no market
No
in
market in
Positano.
Positano.
There has never been a market in Positano.
Certamente potete comprare la frutta e la verdura fresca, ma non è del mercato, ma è dei piccoli negozi che la vendono. Quindi non ci sono mercati.
It doesn't exist, okay? And it says on Wednesdays, but it also says from 8 till 1 on Monday to Sunday. So it's absolute rubbish. I mean, completely made up. There is also, I read in this book, this Amalfi Coast book, a lemon festival in Menton. So, and the other thing, there's a couple of other things, I haven't read it thoroughly, but just flicking through it and stopping every now and again.
It's incredible.
It doesn't mention many restaurants in Positano, But the one that it did mention is a restaurant inside one of the most expensive 5-star hotels in town. And I'm not even sure if they take people if you're not staying in the hotel. That's the only restaurant mentioned. And what was the other thing? Oh yes, one of the most expensive luxury hotels in Positano has been delegated to boutique hotel.
It's
Which
not.
I'm sure they're not very happy about. Definitely not a boutique hotel because it's got 60 rooms. Anyhow, what I wanted to say was, if you're planning on buying a guide to the Amalfi Coast, don't buy this one. It's not worth your while because there's so much misinformation in here, and there's not really anything useful in here. It's got fluff, which by fluff I mean page fillers. Where is the Amalfi Coast? I think if you're planning on coming here already, you'd know where it was. What is the food like? Which currency can I use? What language is spoken? Is it safe? It's just not great. If you're going to spend money on a book, on a guide to the Amalfi Coast, let me recommend something like the much more serious and much more comprehensive Moon Guides to the Amalfi Coast. One, because it's got every town set out very, very well in sections, so you can just flick to the section you want. Two, they update these every year or so it's always with new information. Any new restaurants or hotels that have sprung up will be included. And it's just very, very easy and real. Also because it is written by Laura Thayer, who's a very good friend of mine. She has a blog called Ciao Amalfi, and she has lived in Amalfi for over 15 years. So she is definitely an expert on the area. And even when she comes to Positano to update the books, she calls me and asks me, is there anything new in town? What should I see? What should I go and check out? What should I take photos of? This is a proper guide. So if you're going to spend the money and invest and get a guide, get this one, not this one.
Incredible.
Right, I'm going to eat my lunch now.
Dai, mangiamo, è vero.
Yeah.
When you think about it, this world of YouTube that I find myself so deeply involved in is a strange one. A small percentage of people, let's call them creatives, spend days filming and editing these little slices of life. I'm one of them. Much of my day, and often a few sleepless hours of the night, are taken up with planning, writing, searching for music, setting up shots, and then editing, and editing again. And then we upload. We share these videos freely with anyone who cares to watch. Just about half of these people subscribe as a little thank you. A smaller number leave kind comments, questions, or words of solidarity. Those messages mean the world. But then there's always a tiny fraction of viewers who feel compelled to criticise, sometimes bluntly, sometimes cruelly. In this world of social media, it seems to be considered fair game to comment on someone's body, appearance, life choices, or even what we eat for lunch. Now imagine if this happened in real life. Imagine you're working in a small bar, in a town where people more or less know each other. Most customers are pleasant, but then one says, "I'll have a Coke please, and by the way, you really shouldn't show your face so much, you're pretty old and not very pleasant to look at." You serve them politely, but silently you're shocked. Another says, "3 beers, and by the way, I think your son is lazy and you obviously haven't raised him well." Later, someone points at you and laughs. "You're getting so fat, you need to watch what you eat." Eventually you take a break and sit down with a sandwich, but a stranger interrupts. "Ham? That's disgusting, I thought better of you. I'm never coming back here again." In real life, this would never be tolerated. So why do we accept it on social media? Are those of us who share our lives here to be respected less? Are we somehow worth less because our work looks more fun? We show you what we do, but we don't suggest that you do the same. How does it make you feel to criticise us? Do you feel stronger, prouder, satisfied that you've put us down? Do you think it will help us improve our videos or make us change our style of life? Or do you hope that it will silence us?
Il video della scorsa settimana ha scatenato un'ondata di critiche, alcune delle quali basate su semplici incomprensioni. Un'occhiata a Nicola che riposava sul divano lunedì si è trasformata in un'indignazione quando gli spettatori hanno visto alle prese con le bombole del gas giovedì. Ma Nicola quel giorno non era sdraiato sul divano, era al lavoro, come fa 6 giorni a settimana, dalle 12 alle 14 ore al giorno. E come ho spiegato, il carrello che uso per spostare carichi pesanti sulle scale è un attrezzo molto pericoloso. Non chiederei mai a Nicola o a chiunque altro non sia già addestrato di usarlo. Quindi ecco la verità. Quello che vedete qui sono solo momenti, non è il quadro completo. Le nostre vite, come quelle di tutti, sono molto più grandi di ciò che puoi vedere in un video di 15 minuti.
We love making these films and we're grateful for this community. The majority of you are kind, supportive and respectful, and that's what keeps us going. But to the rest, if you wouldn't say it to someone's face in the real world, maybe pause before typing it here?
Nicki prima, quando era sulle scale, ha parlato di una gita in barca prima di raccogliere l'uva. E sì, l'abbiamo fatta ed è stato molto bella, ci siamo divertiti tanto, ma la vedrete nel prossimo video.
Because we haven't got enough time in this one, and we need something for the next one anyway. If you've been thinking about joining my Patreon, where I post regular little updates and videos and photos and blog posts and all sorts of things go on there, now could be the chance, because there's something rather special happening there at the moment, which is patrons only, which I may have eventually open up to everybody else, but it could be the time if you've been thinking about it. That's all I'm going to say.
Ok.
Anyhow, thank you very much for watching this week's video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget you can buy these t-shirts. There's a link below the video in the description box if you want to dress like Carlo.
Like me. Same interesting.
And,
maybe not.
Yeah, next week we hope you will join us for a beautiful sunset cruise to celebrate the end of summer and all sorts of other little adventures that we haven't quite had yet up and coming. Thank you for watching. See you all next week.
Ciao a tutti.
Bye.